Hey guys, my name is Mahul and welcome back to another video on C. Today we're going to be talking about if statements. So first over here, I've declared the variable a as an integer. Then I've used scanf to make it so that the input, my input is the new value for variable a. Then for over here, I've used the if statement to check if the conditional statement a is greater than 0 is true. If it is, it would print a is greater than 0 on a new line. So let's run that over here. So let's say if a is equal to 8, it'll print if a is greater than 0. So that's true. If this statement was false, it would skip to the next line and check if this condition was true. But before we get into that, let's talk about this other if statement here. As you can see here, you can nest an if statement within another if statement. So if a is equal to 1, it would print after printing a is greater than 0, it would check if a is equal to 1. And if it is, it would print this statement, a is 1. So let's run that and check if it's true. So if it's 1, a is greater than 0, a is 1. So that is true. Now, as I was saying before, if a check, if it tries to, if a is not greater than 0, say if a was less than 0, it would go over here and check this statement, check this conditional statement. And if a is less than 0, it would print the body of the else if statement over here, which would print a is less than 0. So let's run that and see what happens. So a value that's less than 0 would be -5. And as expected, it prints a is less than 0 on the output screen. And if neither of these statements are true, which is to say if a is not greater than 0, if a is not equal to 0, it would print this statement, the else statement. It would execute the body of the else statement, which says to print a is 0. So let's run this code. A is not equal to 0. I mean, a is not greater than 0, and a is not less than 0. So that means a is 0. Print, and as expected, prints a is 0. And if the else statement were not here, and neither of these statements were true, it would simply skip to the next line and print the next line of code. And additionally, I'm going to show you some of the operators you can put in the if statement, or the conditional operators. So some conditional operators are the equal to symbol, which checks if a variable or a value is equal to another variable or value. So if I added a variable as integer b, I could check if a and b have the same value. The not equal to operator does the opposite of the equal to operator. It checks if two values are not equal to each other, and if they're not equal to each other, then the statement is considered true. Now let's talk about the greater than operator, which checks if a value is greater than another value. The less than operator checks if a value is less than another value. Greater than or equal to operator checks if a value is greater than or equal to another operator. And the less than equal to operator does the same with the less than symbol. And then finally, let's talk about some arithmetic operators, including the multiplication symbol, which is basically a star. Basically, you can check if basically you can do some basic math in the conditional statement with this operator. There's also the arithmetic division operator over here, which is just the slash, and the modular division operator, which gives you the remainder. Well, I hope this video was informative. You should keep in mind that there are more operators out there, and there's more to if statements than just this. This is just me covering all the basics of the if statement. You can experiment with it on your own time. And I hope you all learned something from this video, and hope it was informative for you. It would really mean a lot if you could please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. And I hope you all had a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.